What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Check this play, Spyro the Dragon, Part 4. Here we are in the Beastmaker's homeworld. This is the fourth homeworld in the game, and by far the hardest homeworld in the game. Without a doubt, it's got some of the hardest levels here. The homeworld is, I wouldn't say difficult, really, more annoying than anything. You can see here these Norks. What they will do is they will light up these metal pads, and they will with electricity, and you have to be careful not to get hit by the electricity. So I had to hit this dragon so that I could save after the last video, but as I said, you can replay the dragon, so you'll be able to hear it.
Nasty Nork is turning our swamp into an electrified junk heap, and it used to be so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
Alright, so you see there, Terrace Village, that's the first level, but we're not going to go into it just yet. We're going to wait till I can beat the homeworld, or clear the homeworld first. Now, if you notice all the gems sparkling in the back, you know, in the above the horizon, that just kind of tells you where you need to go ahead of time. You can flame these trees for no reason. These pigs, I don't believe you can charge into them. Yeah, I think they're too big to charge into. So you do want to be careful about that. This water, it won't kill you, but I don't think there's anywhere that you can jump back up from the water. So it's pretty much a death sentence if you do get caught in there. So you do want to be careful about that. And you want to be careful because there's a pig back behind this building. Crap. Oh, okay, you can actually save yourself. That's good. I didn't think you could. So yeah, what the pig will do is he's waiting about right here, and he'll come around and try to ram into you.
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I've got to go.
All right, so we'll go in here now and see what's in here. Wild Flight. This is where the flight is for this world. And then there's a few pieces of treasure down here as well. And so we'll go ahead and come back out of this hole. We don't need to go into here right now, so won't waste a whole lot of time with it. See how much treasure there is around here. These levels aren't. Like I said in the last video, the Magic Crafter's world has the most treasure in its levels and everything, so you don't really have to worry about the treasure amounts being too high for the levels here in Beastmakers. I wouldn't say that it's easy because it's still got quite a bit of treasure, you know, 300 and 400. Well, maybe it's 200 and 300 on average, level-wise, but, you know, and that's still quite a lot. So it isn't easy by any stretch of the imagination, but, excuse me. It's still, you know, it's still a good amount, especially for this late in the game. Now, you want to be careful through here because of the electricity. I missed the timing on that one. And this one's kind of difficult to get to. You want to glide across the platform before you try to get across. You don't have to glide across it, but it is suggested that you do so. I feel sorry for all of the dragons still trapped in Crystal. Maybe once you rescue 50 dragons, then I'll feel a little better. Stay here for now. So we've almost got it. Yeah, we only need 2 dragons. So I believe we got all the dragons here. But you know, we could go into one world and get all the dragons there and leave if you wanted to do that, which is a bad idea to be honest. Well, I don't know. Beastmakers is like I said, some of the hardest levels in the game by far. Just because of the enemy types and some of the paths and things like that, and some of the other levels that you have to go through to get a lot of the treasure. Treetops, if you may have noticed, the level called Treetops, that's a very difficult level, and it's a pain in the rear to get through. Okay, so let me see, where could that treasure be? You can always get on a high point and look and see what you, there we go, and see that what you may have missed somewhere just by the sparkle of the gems. Let's see. There we go. Thankfully, you can see through objects. If there is any treasure around, you can see, like behind something, you can see through it, which makes it a little bit easier trying to find treasure if you're missing it. We don't want to go to Misty Bog yet. That's a pain in the rear, that level. Or do we? I don't think so. We need to go to this level over here. Yeah, Terrace Village. That's the one. Alright, so well, I kind of missed that Nork because of the camera angle, but what they will do is these Norks will shoot electricity at you. These Norks will act like machine guns, and you want to kill them very fast. You notice they're not really paying attention to you until you get really close to them, and then they'll start shooting at you. They will shoot electricity at you, but you still want to be careful. Everything here is still one hit. There is no enemy that can hit you for more than one hit point of damage. So you're okay, and you don't have to worry about stuff like that. But you still do want to be careful, just because if you get into a little group of those machine gun Norks, though they can be, I guess they're more turret Norks, but you still do want to be careful, and you want to be careful running around the big Norks. If you see any big Norks, you want to go ahead and take them out first instead of waiting or like trying to hit one of the little Norks. And you can just see how fast they do shoot once they decide to shoot. And that's what makes them difficult and something that you don't want to. I guess underestimate would. I'm not sure if that's really the right word, but yeah, you want to go ahead and knock them out quickly, and they do have a range to them. They won't look at you, they won't notice your presence until you get pretty close to them. So if you're charging at them, as long as you hit them and don't miss, you should be okay. They shouldn't have any trouble with them, and they're not that difficult. You just have to, once they do look at you and start to fire, they do fire fast. They do fire a bunch of shots, so that makes dodging them kind of difficult if they do decide to shoot at you.
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
Alright, so he's just telling us that the Norks around here have discovered electricity. If we already didn't know that, but the big Norks and the turret Norks cannot shoot, cannot light the ground or start the ground sparking like this. Only these little Norks with that are on the pads themselves. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about taking out the big Norks or the turret Norks first. You want to go ahead and knock out the you want to knock out the other types for the small guys first before worrying about anyone else. Before worrying about anyone else. Now these boxes will have to use some little rockets to take out later on once we get up to those higher areas up there. That's when we'll be able to take those boxes out.
Good job, Spyro. One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
So we do have enough dragons now if we wanted to leave, but as I said before, I'm not going to anyway. And this one can kind of be difficult because you don't have that long to glide in the air if you do use the gliding technique. You can see they're in position, and if you take too long to glide across, they will actually start to get ready to shoot at you. The turret Norks will. So you do want to be careful and pay attention to when they start to shoot. Ah, crap. Yeah, I was gonna say that water. There's no way you can come back from that, so it would kill you immediately. Now you do want to be careful about this. You know, I'm stuck here. I missed the. I got electrocuted too fast. I missed the first Snork, and was. Yeah, you also want to be careful about this. Yeah, you see, like I said, not too difficult, but you just don't want to assume that they're going to be easy, because you know if you do get into a little group of them, or they do surround you, and they don't surround you every time. I believe that's the only area that they do have the chance of surrounding you at, but if they do surround you, they can be a problem, so you do want to be careful and just look out and pay attention for those types of things. 2 is usually okay, but especially when they're in a straight line, but 3 yeah, I guess 3, that's about that's as much as there can be. There's only 3 at one time. Now that can be kind of difficult. You just have to, again, you know, pay attention and just, you know, be careful and be cautious. But anyway, so we still have quite a bit to go around through here. Let's see. I believe I have to go back this way, so I'll go ahead and get some more sparks. There we go. Blue's not that good, but I think I ran out of chickens. Now I believe they do come back after a while, but you have to be gone a while. You have to be away from a place for quite a while before they'll come back. Especially in a level, they're really hard to come back. You have to almost travel back to the exact same spot that you was before. You know, or you know, closer on towards the end of or towards the beginning or end of a level before you'll be able to see them. Thought I heard a piece of treasure fall down there somewhere. I guess not. Anyway, now you can see here the steps. Yeah, are camouflaged with the wall very well. If you don't know where to look for them, you can actually end up missing them, and it's not that hard to do. And so you do want to be very careful and pay close attention to that, or you'll be running around through here for quite a while, trying to figure out where that last, you know, where the next 100 pieces of treasure are. I've done it myself before, not having played the game for quite a while. Forgot that's where the forgot that's where the stairs were located, and spent quite a bit of time trying to figure it out. Let's see, there should be one more around here somewhere. Not there. Let me see. It's not over there. That stinks. Huh. Oh well. Well, I'll take a look for it. Perhaps on the ground. I don't think it would. I don't think it would be on the ground, but it may be around, or I may be able to see it better if I'm on the ground. No. Well, I'll still go back for these. Oh, there it is. you have to you do have to pay attention for those types of things as well. That doesn't happen too often. This is the only level I believe that does it in this game, but they may do it in other Spyro games as well. So it's just something that you want to look for and pay attention, just to help yourself find different things like this. You know, little hidden like rockets, for example, or just anything that's hidden that doesn't look like it's would be there. You know, it's still a good idea to check. But anyway, not too long of a level. Spent a little bit, wasted a little bit of time trying to look around for that rocket that wasn't there. If I wouldn't have done that, it would have been a little bit faster. But you know, it is what it is. Now, if you've noticed what the little Norks will do on the metal pads, if you flame them and they've started the electricity will continue to go even after they've died. So you do want to be careful. In some games, when something like that happens, if you kill the thing that's starting the fire, it will usually go away. Like in this case, the electricity would usually go away, but it doesn't. So in this game, so you do want to be careful. If you were expecting that, it doesn't. So you do want to be careful, especially if you don't have any sparks or if you're low on lives. But anyway, so this is the Misty Bog. If you noticed at the beginning when I let that Nork capture the chicken, you can either kill him or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't give you any bonus points or anything. It's just something cool for you to do if you want to do that. Now these little frogs, these are a pain in the butt to deal with just because of their tongues. And you've noticed how I got hit by one early on. You can't roll out of their way. I'm not even sure what the rolling is good for. It seems like most of the time the enemies can automatically aim and hit you either way. So it doesn't appear that it's almost like they have auto aim on or something like that, and that does no good to roll. If you notice these trees, you can tell when they start shaking. That's when they're kind of like charging up and getting ready to charge at you. You cannot charge into them. If you do, you will be eaten. Of course, if you get eaten, it will only hurt you for 1 point of health. So you don't really have to worry about that. But it's just a pain because they will eat you, then they will spit you back out, and they will send you flying away, and they can throw you off the level.
Be on the lookout for attack frogs. They're cold-blooded killers. Attack frogs? And this used to be such a nice swamp.
It doesn't happen too often. The trees throwing you off of the level, but it can. So you do want to be careful and pay attention to that. But anyway. Oh, let me see which way is the dead end. I believe this way is the dead end, so we'll go ahead and head this way. Now, as I said, you can either let the chicken go into the cage or not. It doesn't matter either way. Of course, if you wait to if you let the chicken go into the cage, that will wake the Nork up. If you go ahead and kill the Nork ahead of time, he won't wake up, and that will give you an advantage. Alright, so this room is very bad, and this is the ending area. Crap. Okay, let me see. Now, there's a bunch of those frogs, and I believe 6. I believe 6 frogs. So what you want to do is you just want to charge. Stay at one end of the room, and then just keep charging all over until and try to stay away from big groups of frogs until you can kill all of the frogs, and then that's good. You know, once you do that, you're fine. Nothing to worry about. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and mark my progress here, and then I'll see if I can head back.
Thanks for releasing me. It seems like I've been trapped in here since I was your age. No. Why, I remember...
Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can go back, so I'm gonna just have to keep going forward. And maybe this isn't the dead end. Or I mean, maybe this is the dead end. I don't remember exactly. Oh, okay, so it is good. So let's see. We have to fly back over this way, so it doesn't. You just want to make sure that you can get to this point. So there we go. And you want to make sure you save your progress here, so you're not having to fly back all that way. And there you go. Not too difficult. The attack frogs. That's about the only strategy that actually works. Flaming the attack frogs doesn't really work, and if you fly over towards that tree, you notice how I kind of swung out a little bit too wide. A good strategy there is to swing out wide, try to flame the first one. You'll get hit by the second one, but that you can charge the last two, and that's usually what works most of the time. And you want to be careful in here because of the trees. You go ahead and knock the trees out first, and then go after the Norks, because they're easy. You know, they won't even attack you unless you're just walking up to them very slowly, so you don't have to worry about them at all.
Thank you for releasing me.
Now this is where it can be kind of difficult. You know, you ain't got no sparks. I don't know why in the world I tried to charge him for. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say the frog's tongues do have quite a long reach, so you do want to be careful and let the pigs try to knock out any attack frogs you can. I think there's only that one attack frog that will get hurt by it. They can get hurt by a pig, so you really can't rely on the pigs too much. But you can have the pigs knock out the Norks for you if you want to. At least one, you'll guaranteed one at least. Well, they won't immediately attack the Norks. They will go towards you, and if you are in the direction of the Norks, and if there's a Nork between you and the pig will attack the Norks, but you have to make sure that there is a Nork in between you and the pig. Let's see, where am I missing? There we go. I'm also missing 3 pieces. That's never good. There's stuff up there. Looks like a lot of stuff up there, actually. Let's see. I'll go ahead and save my, pause, or not pause, I use a checkpoint here.
I'll tell you what to do with those creatures. Smash them, Spyro! Stamp them out and squish them and squash them!
How about charge them and flame them? We are dragons after all.
So, okay, then get up here, and then you can just fly across. It actually seems like there's quite a bit of treasure here in the Beastmaker's world, surprisingly. Oh, I could have swore that the, yeah, 500 pieces. Well, I guess the Beastmaker's has the most. I could have swore it was, Magic Crafters, though. Ah, well. It won't be the first time that I, said the wrong information, and hopefully it won't be the last, but hopefully I won't do it too often. Anyway, so you can knock Norks if they're right beside the edge of a cliff. You can knock them off of the cliff, you know, and you can hear the splash if they hit the water. They usually will disappear too fast, so they won't hit the water. Chicken. They usually won't hit the water. Well, they sometimes won't hit the water if you're not fast enough to make them hit the water. And you can see this is where the level will loop back and you can head towards the beginning if you want to. I don't know where I could have missed some treasure at. Sadly, you can't see, like in a big level like this, you can't really tell where any missing treasure is very easily. I don't think I can head back that way just yet, so I gotta have to go this way. That is something that can happen quite often in this level. If you're not paying attention or whatever, you can end up missing some treasure. So you do want to be careful and pay attention whenever in any level, but this level in particular. I don't think it would be here, because I'm pretty sure I got all the treasure that was along here. Yeah. And this will just take me back to the place that where I already was, so that was a waste of time. See, it's probably at the end of the level somewhere. It's not in this room. I already checked here in the back. Ain't no telling where it could be. Let me see. It's not up there. Huh. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and pause the video here, and I'll see when I get the other piece of treasure. So until then, see you in a second. Okay, so they are right here at the beginning. The two blue gems that were sitting there right at the beginning of the level, that's where they were. It figures, that's kind of my luck. I was focused on the Nork that I overlooked the treasure, and I even saw it. When Spyro's flying, you can see where the treasure is there, and I, for whatever reason, just didn't. I even saw it. I looked at it and I was like, okay, well that's where some treasure is at the start, and I was even going to point it out and talk about, well, you got to make sure that you get that treasure, because that's some treasure that you may not notice it. Or you're just too focused on something else that, like just going after the Nork, and you just somehow don't see it. You'll miss it, and you'll have to come back and try to find it at the end of the level. Well, sure enough, I overlooked it, didn't even think about it until I was already done with the level. But anyway, so we're out of there, and we're going the wrong way. You can't. It is actually pretty easy to get turned around in this home world. It's very, because of the dark and the draw distance and all that. It's, like I said, very, very easy to get lost. So you do want to try to pay attention and keep your bearings most of the time. Usually, like coming out of a portal like that, you'll get thrown out. You'll get thrown out into a direction, and it looks like the right direction, but it's actually the wrong direction. So you do want to pay attention. And you see, there's a yellow thief. It does not have an egg with it, but it does have a treasure that we need. Now, if you notice these monkeys, I don't think there's anything here we need just yet. So we'll go ahead and travel this way. These monkeys here, the big ones, act just like big Norks. You cannot charge into these guys. The little ones that throw bananas at you, you can charge into them. However, so you can do that. It's actually a good idea to do that. That's a shame. But that's the penalty for not having sparks and trying to go after two big enemies like that. Now you do want to pay attention to the little monkeys throwing the bananas, especially if you miss, or you just kind of overlook them for whatever reason. They can, they don't throw the bananas very fast, so it doesn't, you know, if they do throw a banana at you and they miss, it's not that important. You know, you won't end up missing anything, or you not missing anything. You won't end up, you won't have to worry about them throwing more bananas at you. They're very slow, and it takes them a while to grab another set of bananas and throw them at you again, so you don't have to worry about them at all. Just, you know, just pay attention, keep them in mind. You see, I've already got hit by them twice, so they're not something that they're not an enemy that needs to be over or underestimated, but you don't have to worry about them too much. But anyway, now that path that I took at the left, and left instead of going straight, I believe is a dead end, but I'm not 100% sure.
Greetings, Spyro. For an amazing tour of the treetops. Don't just stop at one supercharge.
Or this path may lead to the end. I don't remember exactly. These are very confusing paths, unless you memorize them exactly, and I most certainly didn't. Alright, so if you heard the dragon say, you know, if you... Oh, crap. You want to be careful because they can throw bananas at you and hit you off the side of the ledge, which isn't, I guess, too bad unless you're low on lives. That's about the worst thing, you know, is just running out of lives. But yeah, you know, like the dragon said, we don't want to stop at just one. We want to keep traveling along a whole bunch of them. Except, but right now you don't want to early on in the level. You want to make sure you want to go ahead and get all the treasure first, and then worry about what you need to use the supercharge pads for later. Later on, once you've got all the treasure that's just lying around, that's you know, it's not doing any good. But if you notice, there's some treasure up there. That's where we need to go. You need to follow a set of supercharge pads to be able to get up there, so, and that's why you want to follow them around. So the left side does have the left path has the key that you need, and the for the locked box or the locked chest, but it'll also bring you towards the end of the level. So you do want to you know, just pay attention to that and keep that in mind. Now, if you notice, if you even, you know, going up a super pad, even a reverse super pad, you can still go up with it, or you can go down. I guess reverse. You can go up it, even if it's reverse. It just has to be a slope for you to do that. You can't just do it, you know, on any supercharged pad. It has to be a slope, or it won't, or you know, it won't work. It won't register that you're. Oh crap! That sucks. It's gonna put me quite a ways back too. Yeah. Well, let me see. Well, I guess I can go ahead and see about... that's not the right way to do it. Yeah, most definitely not the right way to do it. Well, like I said, you have to get everything just right. But you can see, like I'm trying to say here, I'm going reverse. I'm going against the flow of the super pad, but because I'm going down a slope, it still registers that I'm using a super charge pad, and it'll still work. But as soon as you start going up a hill, it will quit doing it. So you do want to keep that in mind. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and go straight instead of left this time. And you do want to remember, it is a good thing to remember that the supercharge, the flame breath goes out in a wide cone, and you can hit a couple multiple targets with it if you know if they're close enough and you know how to swing your head around fast enough to be able to hit them. It's actually a pretty good technique for taking out multiple small enemies that are in a little group, like those monkeys were.
Spyro, if you jump at the end of a supercharge ramp, you can really go far.
I'm all over it.
Alright, so let's see. This one is going to lead over here. Nothing I could do there, but that's not really the right way that I was supposed to go, I don't believe. I almost got enough for another life, so I'll go ahead and kill that guy and get a life. There you go. Just wasting time with it, though. Because this is going to be a pain to try to figure out. I'm not carrying enough speed, I don't think, to be able to get up there, but you can kind of tell what you have to do to get up there. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm not carrying near enough speed to be able to get up on there. I need to go, I need to follow a different route. But I've got all the treasure that's in the interior sections and the outer sections of the world, and you know, the left side there could be counted as the interior section. So now what I need to do is just figure out the pattern for the supercharged paths to get up to. There's two thieves, the red one and the yellow one, and you do need to you know, keep that in mind that they are there. And this is just one. And that's just one way to get up here. Now the thief, I was gonna say, I don't think he'll run, but he does a little bit, but not enough to really worry about. But now that was the easy one. The red one is by far the easiest path to figure out. The yellow one, however, is by far the hardest and the most convoluted one to try to figure out. Now, if you do get sucked down a whirlwind, you don't have to worry. It won't kill you and it won't throw you out of it. As long as you're in a whirlwind, you will always be safe. It just takes a little bit longer to get up there. So jumping into a whirlpool about halfway up or higher than that it won't help gain you time like you think it would. It'll actually cost you time, just because of because of it sucking you down and then throwing you back up. But anyway, so let's see, where are we at? Yeah, this one. Okay. Let's see. I'm not gaining enough speed. Yeah, I don't have near enough speed to try to tackle that. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and die just to get back there faster. No, I've got plenty of lives. I'm not even worried about lives, to be honest. I messed that one up. Let me see. Okay, you go across here. Let me see. Oh, I hope I'm not on the other. Ah, crap! I'm on the other side, aren't I? Okay, well that sucks. Well, I'll go ahead and die again. Haha. Still not doing it right. me see. This may work. Ah, crap. Am I gonna make it? Yeah. Okay, well. If you don't care about dying, you can do that. You can save yourself by flying there. Ah, crap. I didn't expect that. I didn't even think it would work. Pretty sure I'm not carrying enough speed to be able to get over here. And this is the wrong one, of course. Wow. So maybe I do need to go onto that other... Well, maybe I can figure it out on here. I hate to, but that yellow one is by far the hardest and, like I said, the most convoluted, and is the worst to try to figure out. So I'll just go ahead and, I guess, cheat, if you want to call it that. I'm just going to figure out and see if I can... Let's see. Let me see. Well, sadly, I can't seem to figure it out. So either I will... Ah, crap, I don't even know what in the world I was doing there. I'll give it one more try, and I'll see if I can do it off camera, and if I can... And I still am not going the right way. Let's see if this will take me. I don't think this will take me there. Nope. Wrong one. Yeah. I'm not even sure where that other island is, to be honest. I think it may be... I think it may be this island over... No? Oh, now something that can help you out is if you leave the level and then follow the yellow thief, that will crap. That will help you out. Yeah, like I said, I do apologize, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut here just to try to figure out. I'll see in a second. Okay, so I'm back. I believe I figured it out. It's not a for sure thing, but it should work. I hope. So what you just need to follow this. You want to jump here. You have to run across here, and then you just fly to there. And now the hard part is gaining enough speed to get up there, because you're running back. You have to run backwards up the supercharge pad, and that will kill you. That will kill your speed. And the biggest thing that will help you out is trying to figure out the best jumping point. How high you need to jump, and this is why you make sure you save that dragon pad there, so that you can always, if you do mess up, you can always come back there. I wish I would have figured this out a little bit sooner with a little bit more lives, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, oh crap! Gotta make it. No. Oh well, but you've seen me how to do it. You've seen how to do it. So I guess I can shoot. I'm running out of lives. Let's see. Ah, crap! I keep running out of speed all right there for some reason. I don't know why it keeps jumping there for either. Now the very height of the jump is when you want to try to get across there. That will help you out the most. And let's see, we'll get all the treasure. We'll kill the thief, and that should give us all the treasure we need. So we'll just talk to this dragon.
That was quite a ride, Spyro. You've learned a lot since you were a young glider.
Yeah, well, you could have found an easier spot to get stuck.
Yeah, definitely, but let's see. Oh, okay, good. Got all the treasure and everything, so we'll go ahead and get out of here. And now, hopefully, we can just be oh, I'm sorry about the black and white there. I don't know how long that was on for. Yeah, hopefully this won't take too awful long. We can just get straight to it, I hope. And there we go. Yeah, so just fly right into it. By far one of the if not the hardest level in the entire game. Just to try to get all the dragons, just because you have to go through that second section there. The first section is not too bad. That's actually pretty easy to figure out. It's the second section that will kill you over and over again. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and go to Metalhead. This is the boss for this world, and this is actually a pretty tough boss. It has a lot of secret paths and everything. You can see here we have the metal monkeys that are wrapped, encased in metal. So you have to you have to charge into them to kill them. And you notice the big monkeys will kick them at you, so they will be coming towards you, and you have to pay attention and to try to hit them. If you leave them, they will roll off of a cliff eventually. But that's the thing. Eventually, you have to wait to get there. Now that explosive box would have destroyed all the chests in there. So if you wanted to just light the explosive and then let it go, that would have been just fine as well. You wouldn't have to worry about anything. And it's really important not to miss any treasure. You want to try to clear out section by section. If you notice, there is an upper section here as well, so you do have to pay attention to that and try to clear that out as well. And let me see, where am I at? And there's a lower section down through here as well, and there it is. So you want to go down in through here. You want to be careful because you can fall into the water rather easily. So if you don't have any sparks and you're low on life, you do want to pay attention and take it easy. But hopefully we can try to build up our lives again. And now this would be a good time to go to the Peacekeeper's world and try to collect a whole bunch of lives there. In an instance like this, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and do that. Of course, I won't be doing that. I really don't need the lives, and whatever lives I get out of the chests will be plenty. I won't need any more than that. I got through treetops just fine. I won't need any lives past treetops, so I should be just fine. And that will take you to this upper section through here, where you can go ahead and clear all this out. I really hope there was anything down there. I don't think there was, because I don't think I could have. Yeah, okay, so you see what was you can just see what was up there in the upper section. Make sure we don't miss any treasure. And the little metal monkey should have already been killed, so we don't have to worry about those, except for that one. And you do want to go ahead and try to get Spark's full health before going into the boss. This is where the boss fight is. Right down that set of stairs, or I guess that ramp or incline, whatever you want to call it.
This big robot is all attacking the power pole should disrupt its power supply.
Okay, so that's the hint here. Well, I'll go into here. And if you notice, there are power poles here. The green means you can attack them. If they are red, you cannot attack them. So you do want to be careful. You do want to watch out for that. And Metalhead will throw little metal encased monkeys at you, so you do want to pay attention to that. There, if you notice, there's some treasure up here. We'll go ahead and get that as well. This is where all the little metal monkeys are hiding, so that's why you'll see a bunch of treasure once you and up there, and also in here. Well, maybe not in here. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, what is he doing now? Yeah, now he's got a beam. Crap. That he will shoot at you. He'll have a beam that he'll shoot at you. He won't aim it really. He won't aim it at you, but he will. You do want to be careful and pay attention to where it shoots. Very easy boss fight. I'd say by far the easiest boss fight in the entire game. The only thing that could be kind of difficult is the poles, but all you have to do is just be patient and wait for them to go out. Past that, very easy, very easy boss fight. You only have to fight them twice compared to most other bosses. I believe I'm pretty sure every other boss three hits. So, and all the other bosses have BS attached to them as well. As you see all the treasure up there, so that's where the little metal monkeys were hiding. And now that hidden section that back behind that waterfall is a hidden section, and you can overlook it if you don't know where to look for it. It's kind of like the stairs in, I believe, what was that level? The first level here. So you do want to pay attention, and try to look out for that. Let me see. I think there's, I would say there should be a couple treasure chests over here. Just like I said, you always want to look around every corner. Always looking for little bits of treasure. Now this is really hard to get across too, because they are the exact same height, and as I've said before, the drop rate is actually pretty bad. And there is a way, I don't remember exactly how to do it. There is a way that you can get across there, kind of. What was that way? I think it involved just doing that. Okay. I thought you could kind of glitch it up there. Not really glitch it so much as just keep gliding into the platform, and you would eventually knock yourself up high enough that you could glide into it. But that works as well. Anyway, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'll fill up on Sparks and let him do that while I go ahead and talk about the trivia for this level, or for this level and all the levels that we've done so far. I'll get away from that whirlwind. That probably will get annoying soon. Alright, so we'll go to Beastmakers first. Beastmakers is the fourth homeworld of Spyro the Dragon. It is a swampy homeworld with electrically charged platforms found in various areas, activated by Norks, who use them as weapons against those who approach them. The realms within this home world take a similar form. The dragons native to this region tend to use sheer strength to overcome their enemies. This homeworld also contains what is considered one of the most difficult realms in the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy. The treetops. You must collect at least 5 dragon eggs to access this world. And there's the difficult realm, not realms, in the original Spyro treetops, and they're talking about just treetops. Anyway, 300 pieces of treasure, 2 dragons, the fodder's the chickens. World description: the Beastmaker Dragon's homeworld is a gigantic swamp with a green and black ooze that easily traps any creature smaller than a Beastmaker Dragon and suffocates it. Small patches of dry ground harbor wooden huts which serve as homes for the natives, and they are connected by split logs floating in the ooze. In between, the horizon is surrounded in an ominous black mist, adding to the eerie feel of the realm. Torches are lit all over to provide lighting. In the middle of the realm is a huge Aztec-like temple with numerous steps that is used for meetings among the inhabitants. Alright, so we'll go to enemies, Electronorks, and Boars. No trivia for this particular level, so we'll go ahead and go to Terrace Village, because that is the first level here in the Beastmaker's world. Terrace Village is one of the realms in Beastmakers. The swampy village is filled with houses and platforms with electric Norks. Spyro needs to be careful because on the edges of this world there is what looks like a green platform, but it's swampland and it's instant death. If he ventures off in it, better watch your step. 400 pieces of treasure, 2 dragons, fodder is chickens. This little wooden village stands atop a large plateau of green ooze that gives off its own sickly light. The village is fenced in with tree trunk fences, allowing a bit of that yucky ooze to seep in. Since the ooze strangely seems to originate from underneath the village, it flows off the plateau's sides like waterfalls. The stone buildings here are close together, giving it a nice little town feeling for its visitors, even if the sky overhead is constantly glowing green from whatever that ooze is. A single castle rests in the center, one that isn't terribly big, but just big enough for parties and the such. Enemies, Gunners, Electronork, and Lasernork. I guess Lasernork are the big ones. No trivia tied to this level either, so we'll go ahead and go to Misty Bog. Misty Bog is a realm that appears in the Beastmaker's homeworld. Description: a dark swamp with a similar look to Beastmakers, although brighter, and a variety of enemies including attack frogs and killer plants. The entire realm is swathed in a light mist, making it hard to see things in the distance, hence its English name. The landscape is made up of tree stumps, stone buildings, and swampy hollows. The dragons who used to live in here before the Norks trapped them claimed it was beautiful. 500 pieces of treasure, 4 dragons, its fodder is chickens. Enemies, boars, attack frogs, killer plants, and the Nork dude. A less intense version of the audio track of this world is used as the music for the closing credits of all the games in the original Spyro trilogy. On the cover for the game in the European version, Spyro appears to be in this world. So we'll go to Treetops next. Treetops is a world that appeared in Spyro the Dragon and later in Spyro Shadow Legacy. In the former, it appears in the Beastmaker's homeworld. This realm uses the supercharged ramps to zoom in and out of the houses and is largely considered one of the hardest realms in the entire Spyro series. It is also the first world to use thieves, which steal gems and not eggs. Based on tree houses with ramps, those who find controlling a faster Spyro difficult will probably dislike this place, but you need this speed in order to get one of the hardest dragons in the game and to catch up to those pesky thieves. Remember, the longer you've been charging, the higher the jump will be. 500 pieces of treasure, 3 dragons, fodders as chicken. Description: as strange as it sounds, the Beastmakers have made an aerial village built atop the many gigantic limbs of a jungle's enormous trees. These trees are huge, many yards around their trunks, and take well over a day to fully chop down using physical methods. Even magic has a hard time tumbling them. To truly see how tall they are, you would have to climb up to the large village of huts. Supercharged ramps and carved trees to look down from up there would herald nothing to look at but a dark abyss below and misty sky above. The treetops are consistently dark, considering the trees' canopies blot out the sun. Because of this, the Beastmakers have erected various torches and lanterns around the plank walkways along the limbs. Enemies: Banana Boys, Strong Arms, Green Thief, and the Red Thief. It kind of looks yellowish green to me, but you know, it is what it is. Trivia: this is one of the few realms where Spyro does not do his aerial backflip when he arrives. Despite being in the Dragon Realms in Spyro Shadow Legacy, Treetops is instead located in Avalar. It doesn't really concern this game. There is a way to supercharge to the island containing Jet and the Green Thief without going through the whole supercharging lap. Just as you start supercharging, turn right to a ramp that is originally met at the end of the supercharge setup. As you supercharge off the ramp, you have enough power to glide to the island. I couldn't figure out how to make that work, so I didn't mention it. But you know, if you can figure out how to make it work, you can. The music in Treetops is sped up remix of the music from High Caves. The background for Treetops is later reused in Spyro Year of the Dragon as a background for Honeycomb Speedway, but with added beehives attached to the trees. So we'll go to Metalhead next. Metalhead is the boss for the Beastmaker's homeworld. The level retains its homeworld appearance of being swampy in appearance, but the boss battle itself takes place inside of a building before moving outside. An important hidden area early on in this level is a small alcove with one bar missing, through which you can glide in to reach gyms on top of the buildings. Continuing through the level, you come to a sloping ramp guided by a banana boy and a dragon at the bottom. Following the ramp takes you to the door of a large castle-like hall in which the boss battle takes place. 500 pieces of treasure, one dragon, enemies, banana boy, armored banana boys, strong arms, and Metalhead, the boss. Trivia: this is one of the few levels where Spyro does not do his aerial backflip when he arrives. Alright, so that's all the trivia and everything for this area. So I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many guys did I knock into the water in Misty Bog through all of my... Well, I guess how many guys did I knock off of platforms during my entire time in Beastmakers? Just, you know, whether they just... Like, if there was one guy standing here and I flame him or charge him and he fell into the water, or if he fell off the cliff, how many guys did I do that to in the entire Beastmakers world? Thanks for watching. Next time we will go into the Dreamweavers. Wow, that was quick. I barely had a chance to patch that leak. Jump in the balloon and I'll show you to the Dreamweavers world. So like I said, next time we'll go into the Dreamweavers world. So until then, later everyone.